Welcome back to Switch Top. I'm your host, and today we're talking about the absolute cream of the crop, the top 35 JRPGs on Nintendo Switch that you absolutely cannot miss. These aren't just good games. These are the legendary experiences that define what makes JRPGs so special. Whether you're new to the genre or a longtime veteran, these games represent the very best storytelling, gameplay, and emotional experiences you can have on Switch. Let's count them down. Tokyo Mirage Sessions mixes Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei in the most colorful way possible. You play as teens who team up with legendary heroes called Mirages to save Tokyo from evil spirits. The story follows aspiring entertainers in Japan's idol industry who discover they have special powers. Combat is turn-based where you chain attacks together for massive damage, hit an enemy's weakness, and your whole team joins in for spectacular combo attacks. You'll spend time exploring Tokyo, building relationships with your party members, and performing in concerts that actually matter to the story. The game is full of Japanese pop culture, catchy music, and flashy battle animations that make every fight feel like a music video. It's weird, it's fun, and it's totally unique. Lunar Remastered Collection. The Lunar games are classic JRPGs that helped define the genre back in the 90s. You follow Alex, a young adventurer who dreams of becoming a hero like his idol Dragon Master Dine. The story takes you across a magical world where you'll meet memorable characters and uncover ancient secrets about the goddess Althena. Combat is traditional turn-based, but with a twist. You can move your characters around the battlefield to get better positions for attacks or to protect weaker party members. What makes these games special is their amazing animated cutscenes and voice acting that brings the world to life. The Remastered collection includes both Lunar games with updated graphics and quality of life improvements. These are heartwarming adventures about friendship, love, and growing up that still hold up today.
La 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 la.
Romancing Saga 2, Revenge of the Seven. This remake of a Super Famicom classic tells the epic story of an empire fighting against 7 powerful heroes who've become corrupted over time. You don't play as just one character. Instead, you control different emperors across generations as the conflict spans hundreds of years. Each ruler you play as can learn new skills and pass them down to the next generation, creating a unique progression system. The combat is turn-based with a formation system where positioning your party members correctly gives you different bonuses and special attacks. You'll make choices that affect entire regions of your empire, and some decisions have consequences that won't show up until much later in the story. The game features multiple paths and endings based on your choices. It's a complex but rewarding JRPG that respects your intelligence and gives you real agency.
Imbeciles, let's go.
Trials of Mana. This beautiful remake transforms the classic Secret of Mana sequel into a modern action RPG masterpiece. You choose 3 heroes from 6 different characters, each with their own reasons for seeking the legendary mana tree. The story changes based on who you pick as your main character, giving you great replay value. Combat happens in real time where you can attack, dodge, and cast spells freely while switching between your 3 party members instantly. Each character has multiple class paths to explore, letting you customize their abilities and playstyles as you progress. The magic system is flashy and satisfying, with screen-filling spells that look incredible. You'll explore colorful worlds filled with cute creatures and dangerous monsters. The game strikes a perfect balance between nostalgia and modern design, making it accessible to new players while honoring what made the original special. Pokémon Legends. Arceus completely reinvents the Pokemon formula by taking you back to ancient Sinnoh when it was called Hisui. You play as a member of the Survey Corps, tasked with creating the region's very first Pokédex by studying wild Pokemon in their natural habitats. Unlike traditional Pokemon games, you can catch Pokemon directly in the overworld by sneaking up and throwing Pokeballs, or you can battle them using a new turn order system based on speed and move types. The story explores the origins of Pokemon training and the relationship between humans and Pokemon when people were still afraid of these mysterious creatures. You'll craft your own Pokeballs, explore large open areas filled with roaming Pokemon, and discover alpha Pokemon, larger, more aggressive versions that provide tough challenges. It's the biggest shakeup the series has had in years. Super Mario RPG. This delightful remake of the Super Nintendo classic brings Mario's first RPG adventure to modern audiences with gorgeous visuals and updated gameplay. Bowser's castle gets destroyed by an even bigger threat, forcing Mario, Peach, and Bowser to team up with new allies Mallow and Geno to save the Mushroom Kingdom. The story is full of humor and heart, with great character development for everyone involved. Combat is turn-based, but includes timed button presses that let you deal extra damage or reduce incoming attacks. It keeps you engaged during every battle. You'll explore familiar Mario locations like Mushroom Kingdom, but also visit completely new areas with unique characters and challenges. The game includes updated graphics that make everything look like living toys, plus new post-game content that adds extra challenge for experienced players. It's pure Nintendo magic. Ys origin takes you 700 years before the other games in the series to tell the story of how the Twin Goddesses' tower was first climbed. You can choose from 3 different characters, each with their own playstyle and story perspective. The Knight Unica with her axe and magic, the Sorcerer Hugo with powerful spells, or the mysterious third character you unlock later. The game is pure action RPG goodness, with fast-paced combat, tight controls, and incredible boss battles that will test your skills. You'll climb the massive Darm Tower floor by floor, fighting monsters and solving puzzles while uncovering the truth about the goddess's disappearance. Each character's story adds new pieces to the overall mystery, encouraging multiple playthroughs. The soundtrack is absolutely phenomenal, with rock and orchestral tracks that perfectly match the intense action. It's a shorter JRPG, but every moment is packed with excitement. Shin Megami Tensei V. Vengeance puts you in a post-apocalyptic Tokyo where demons have taken over, and you must choose the fate of the world. You play as a high school student who fuses with a mysterious being called a Nahobino, gaining the power to fight demons and recruit them to your cause. The story deals with heavy themes about religion, morality, and what it means to create a better world. Combat is turn-based with the press turn system. Exploit enemy weaknesses to get extra turns, but be careful because enemies can do the same to you. You'll negotiate with demons to join your party, then fuse them together to create stronger allies with new abilities. The demon fusion system is incredibly deep, letting you create hundreds of different demons with unique skill combinations. Vengeance adds a new storyline with additional characters and scenarios, making it the definitive version of this challenging but rewarding JRPG. Atelier Ryza Ever Darkness and the Secret Hideout follows a group of childhood friends who discover alchemy and use it to save their quiet island home from a mysterious threat. Ryza is a spirited girl who feels trapped in her boring village life until she meets an alchemist who teaches her the magical art of item synthesis. The story focuses on friendship, growing up, and finding your place in the world rather than saving it from ultimate evil. The alchemy system is the heart of the game. You'll gather materials from around the world and combine them in complex recipes to create everything from healing items to powerful weapons and tools. Combat is real-time, where you can switch between party members and use items you've crafted to turn the tide of battle. The game has a cozy slice-of-life feel, with beautiful hand-drawn art and a relaxing pace that lets you enjoy every moment of your adventure. Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition is the ultimate sci-fi JRPG experience on Nintendo Switch. Earth has been destroyed in an alien war, and humanity's survivors crash land on the mysterious planet Mira in the city of New Los Angeles. You create your own character and join Blade, an organization exploring this dangerous new world while fighting for humanity's survival. The story explores themes of identity, survival, and what it means to be human in a world where nothing is familiar. You'll pilot giant mechs called skells that transform the gameplay completely, letting you fly around the massive open world and take on enormous creatures. The combat system lets you fight on foot with weapons and arts, or hop in your mech for high-powered battles. Mira is absolutely huge, with 5 distinct continents to explore, each filled with unique creatures, hidden secrets, and breathtaking views. It's an incredible journey that will keep you busy for hundreds of hours.
Open fire! Follow me!
Target in sight! Shadow strike!
Assault hammer!
Nice! Move in and do some damage!
Flame grenade!
Valkyria Chronicles 4 brings tactical strategy and third-person shooting together in the most unique way. You command Squad E during a massive war, following Claude and his childhood friends as they fight to end a brutal conflict that's torn their world apart. The story deals with the harsh realities of war, while showing strong bonds between soldiers who become like family. Combat mixes turn-based strategy with real-time action. You move units on a map, then control them directly to aim and shoot at enemies. Each character has different classes like scouts, shock troopers, and engineers, all with unique abilities and weapons. The watercolor art style makes everything look like a beautiful painting, even during intense battle scenes. You'll upgrade weapons, develop relationships between squad members, and make tough decisions that affect the story.
Right there!
Sea of Stars is a love letter to classic JRPGs that feels both nostalgic and fresh at the same time. You play as 2 Solstice warriors, Valeri and Zale, who must use the power of sun and moon magic to stop an evil alchemist from destroying the world. The story follows their journey from childhood training to becoming the heroes their world desperately needs. Combat is turn-based with timed button presses that let you boost attacks or reduce damage, keeping every battle engaging. You can combine different characters' abilities to create powerful team attacks that look absolutely stunning. The pixel art is gorgeous, with smooth animations and beautiful lighting effects that bring the world to life. You'll solve puzzles, explore dungeons, and meet memorable characters in a world that feels magical and lived in. It's everything you love about classic JRPGs done perfectly. Ys 8 strands you on a mysterious cursed island where ancient secrets and dangerous creatures await discovery. You play as red-haired adventurer Adol, who gets shipwrecked and must build a castaway village while searching for other survivors. The story alternates between Adol's survival adventure and mysterious dreams about Dana, a blue-haired maiden from the island's past. Combat is fast-paced action where you can switch between 3 party members instantly, each with different attack types that work better against certain enemies. You'll explore the island, map new areas, rescue fellow castaways, and upgrade your village with new facilities and shops. The game features time-sensitive rescue missions and raids where monsters attack your village, adding urgency to exploration. Ni no Kuni 2 follows young King Evan as he builds a new kingdom after being overthrown from his throne. With help from Roland, a man from our modern world who gets transported to Evan's fantasy realm, they work to create a place where everyone can be happy. The story is about leadership, friendship, and proving that even a young king can make a difference in the world. Combat is real-time action where you control Evan directly, while AI handles your party members, though you can switch control anytime. You'll build and manage your own kingdom called Evermore, recruiting citizens and upgrading facilities to unlock new abilities and items. The Higgledies are cute creatures that help in battle with special attacks and support abilities. Studio Ghibli's influence shows in the beautiful art style and wholesome storytelling.
Leave this to me! Not far now, Evan.
Chained Echoes is an indie JRPG that captures the magic of 90s classics while adding modern improvements. The story follows a group of heroes trying to stop a war between three kingdoms, but they soon discover a much larger threat that could destroy their entire world. You'll play as multiple characters whose stories interweave in surprising ways, dealing with themes of war, redemption, and sacrifice. Combat is turn-based with an overdrive system. Certain actions heat up the battle, giving bonuses but also risks if you push too far. You can pilot giant mechs in battles, adding a cool sci-fi element to the fantasy setting. The game features no random encounters and no grinding. Every battle has a purpose and the pacing never drags. The pixel art is absolutely stunning with detailed animations and creative monster designs. It's proof that passionate indie developers can create JRPGs that rival the biggest studios. Live Alive is a unique anthology JRPG where you experience 7 different stories across various time periods, from prehistoric times to the far future. Each chapter has its own protagonist, gameplay style, and story theme, but they all connect in a surprising final act. You'll play as a caveman learning about fire, a ninja on a stealth mission, a gunslinger in the Old West, and more. Combat is turn-based on a grid where positioning matters. You can move characters around to set up attacks or avoid enemy abilities. Each time period has different mechanics that match its theme, like stealth sections in the ninja chapter or survival elements in the prehistoric story. The game was originally made by the creator of Chrono Trigger, and you can feel that same creative spark throughout. Tales of Vesperia follows Yuri Lowell, a former knight who becomes a vigilante fighting corruption in a world powered by magical energy called Blastia. Along with his friends Flynn, Estelle, and others, he uncovers a conspiracy that threatens the balance between humans and nature. The story explores themes of justice, friendship, and whether it's okay to break the law to do what's right. Combat is real-time action where you control one character while others are handled by AI, chaining together attacks and special moves called Arceus for devastating combos. You can switch between party members anytime and customize their AI behavior. The skit system adds tons of character development through short conversations that trigger as you play. The anime-style graphics still look great, and the voice acting brings every character to life.
That was easy.
Triangle Strategy puts you in command of House Wolfert as 3 nations edge toward war over precious salt and iron resources. You play as Serenor, who must make difficult political decisions that shape the fate of the continent. The story is all about moral choices with no clear right or wrong answers. Every decision has consequences that affect characters and nations. Combat is tactical battles on grid-based maps where terrain, elevation, and element types all matter for strategy. You'll position units, use special abilities, and combine attacks for extra damage. Between battles, you'll gather information from NPCs and then vote with your advisors on major story decisions using the Scales of Conviction system. The HD 2D art style makes everything look like a beautiful diorama with amazing lighting effects. Unicorn Overlord is a massive tactical RPG where you lead a rebellion to reclaim your kingdom from evil forces. You play as a prince who must gather allies, build an army, and liberate towns across multiple continents. The story follows classic fantasy themes but executes them with excellent character development and political intrigue. Combat happens in real-time battles where you deploy squads of units that fight automatically based on tactics you set beforehand. You can pause anytime to give new orders or reposition troops. The game features over 60 unique characters to recruit, each with their own classes, abilities, and backstories. You'll upgrade weapons, manage resources, and make strategic decisions about which areas to liberate first. The art style is gorgeous with detailed sprite work that brings every character and environment to life.
Enjoy this.
How's this? Victory is ours!
Star Ocean. The second story, R, is the ultimate space fantasy JRPG that perfectly blends sci-fi and fantasy elements. You can choose to play as either Claude, a Federation officer who gets stranded on an underdeveloped planet, or Reyna, a local girl with mysterious healing powers who finds him. Their meeting sets off an adventure to save the planet from an ancient evil that threatens all life. The story explores themes of technology versus nature, destiny, and the connections between different worlds. Combat is real-time action where you control one character while AI handles the others, with special attacks called battle skills that can be chained together for massive damage. The private action system lets you explore towns alone and build relationships with party members through personal conversations. You can craft items, cook food, and even write books using the game's skill system. Octopath Traveler brings 8 different heroes together, each with their own unique story and reasons for adventure. You can start with any character you want, maybe Ulbrich the Fallen Knight seeking redemption, or Primrose the Dancer on a quest for revenge against those who killed her father. Each character has special path actions, like challenging NPCs to duels or stealing items, making exploration feel different depending on who you're playing. The combat uses a brilliant boost system where you save up points to power up your attacks and break enemy defenses for massive damage. The HD 2D art style looks like a gorgeous pop-up book with amazing lighting effects that make every scene beautiful. You can play each character's story separately or weave them together, and while they don't interact much in the main stories, their individual tales are compelling and well written.
I'll do my best.
Listen, my Arab. Yeah!
Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake takes the legendary RPG that started it all and gives it a stunning visual makeover. You play as the child of the great hero Ortega, setting out on your 16th birthday to defeat the evil wizard Baramos and follow in your father's footsteps. The story is simple but effective. It's all about becoming a true hero and saving the world from darkness. You create your own party by choosing different classes like warrior, mage, priest, and thief, each with unique abilities abilities and spells. The turn-based combat is classic JRPG goodness, where strategy and timing matter more than button mashing. The remake adds quality of life improvements like auto-save and modernized menus while keeping the core experience intact. Fire Emblem, Three Houses puts you in the role of a professor at a military academy where you must choose one of 3 houses to lead and teach. Each house represents a different nation, the Black Eagles, Blue Lions, and Golden Deer, and your choice completely changes the story you experience. The game starts as a school simulation where you build relationships with students, but it evolves into an epic war story about conflicting ideologies and the price of peace. Combat is tactical battles on grid-based maps where positioning, weapon types, and character relationships all affect the outcome. Permadeath means fallen units are gone forever, unless you play on casual mode. The Monastery Hub lets you explore, talk to students, cook meals together, and participate in activities that boost your teaching skills.
I'll cut through.
Over already. I must keep aiming higher.
Bravely Default 2 follows 4 heroes on a quest to restore balance to the world by awakening powerful crystals. Seth is a young sailor who washes up on shore and joins Princess Gloria, the scholar Elvis, and the mercenary Adele on their journey. The story starts simple but grows complex as you discover the truth about the crystals and the forces trying to control them. The Brave and Default system lets you store up turns by defending, then unleash multiple attacks in a single round for devastating combos. Job classes are the heart of the game. You'll unlock over 20 different jobs like Black Mage, Monk, and Dragoon, each with unique abilities you can mix and match. The difficulty can be adjusted anytime, and you can turn off random encounters completely if you just want to enjoy the story. Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door is Nintendo's masterpiece RPG that combines Mario's world with incredible writing and creative gameplay. Mario must collect 7 crystal stars to open the legendary Thousand-Year Door and save Princess Peach from the X-Nauts, but the story goes much deeper with mysteries about ancient civilizations and cosmic threats. Each chapter takes you to unique locations like a wrestling arena, a luxury train, and a spooky forest, each with memorable characters and laugh-out-loud dialogue. Combat uses timed button presses for extra damage and defense, making every battle interactive and engaging. Mario can transform into different paper forms like a boat or airplane to solve puzzles, and his partners each have their own abilities both in combat and exploration. The writing is genuinely funny with clever jokes, memorable NPCs, and dialogue that works for both kids and adults. The Legend of Heroes: Trails from Zero introduces you to Lloyd Bannings, a rookie detective who joins the special support section in the city-state of Cross Bell. Along with his teammates Ely, Tio, and Randy, they handle cases that regular police won't take, slowly uncovering a conspiracy that threatens their entire city. The story is incredibly detailed with amazing world building. Every NPC has their own storylines that develop as you progress, making Cross Bell feel like a real living place. Combat is turn-based on a grid where positioning and timing are crucial for success. You can delay enemy turns, set up combination attacks, and use the environment to your advantage. The orbment system lets you customize each character's magic and abilities by slotting different quartz crystals. The Suikoden collection brings 2 legendary JRPGs about war, politics, and the power of friendship to modern audiences. The first game follows a young Imperial Guard who becomes a rebel leader after discovering government corruption, while the second focuses on the Highland City State War through the eyes of a young man caught between 2 nations. Both stories deal with heavy themes like the cost of war and political manipulation, but they're balanced with hope and friendship. The 108th Stars of Destiny system lets you recruit over 100 unique characters, each with their own backstories and abilities. Combat includes one-on-one duels, massive army battles, and traditional party-based fights that keep gameplay varied and exciting. Base building lets you construct and upgrade your rebel headquarters, watching it grow from a small hideout to a thriving city. The Legend of Heroes: Trails to Azure concludes Lloyd and the Special Support Section's story as Crossbell faces its greatest crisis yet. Foreign powers are closing in on the city-state while ancient powers awakens beneath it, forcing our heroes to make impossible choices to protect their home. The story deals with themes of independence, sacrifice, and what it truly means to protect the people you love. Everything you learned in Trails from Zero pays off here in spectacular fashion. The combat system gets new mechanics like burst mode and combination crafts that let your whole team unleash devastating attacks together. Character development reaches emotional peaks as each team member faces their past and decides their future. The political intrigue is masterfully handled with multiple factions all having understandable motivations.
任せておけ。行くぞ。
Persona 4. Golden is the definitive version of one of the greatest JRPGs ever made. You play as a high school student who moves to the small town of Inaba and discovers the ability to enter TV worlds where people's hidden thoughts become reality. Along with your friends, you must solve a series of mysterious murders while balancing school life, part-time jobs, and social relationships. The story perfectly blends supernatural mystery with slice-of-life elements, creating characters you'll genuinely care about. Combat involves exploiting enemy weaknesses to gain extra turns while managing your collection of personas, powerful beings that grant different abilities and spells. The social link system lets you build relationships with classmates and townsfolk, improving your combat abilities while experiencing heartfelt personal stories.
2 enemies! Hang in there! Persona! That's it, Yosuke! 1 enemy down! Persona! Someone else's turn.
It's over. So persistent.
Final Fantasy VII is the legendary JRPG that changed gaming forever, and experiencing it on Switch is absolutely magical. Cloud Strife, an ex-soldier turned mercenary, joins the eco-terrorist group Avalanche to fight against the mega corporation Shinra, but the story evolves into an epic journey about identity, loss, and saving the planet from an ancient evil. The materia system lets you customize every character's abilities and magic by equipping different colored orbs, creating endless possibilities for builds and strategies. Turn-based combat includes the iconic limit break system where taking damage builds up to powerful special attacks. You'll explore the massive world map, discover hidden secrets, breed chocobos, play mini games, and participate in side activities that add dozens of extra hours. Final Fantasy X/10-2 HD Remaster. Final Fantasy X tells the story of Tedas, a star athlete from a futuristic city who gets transported to the world of Spira, where he joins summoner Yuna on her pilgrimage to defeat the massive creature Shin that terrorizes the land. The story explores themes of religion, sacrifice, and finding your place in an unfamiliar world, with some of the most emotional moments in gaming history. Combat is turn-based, where you can see the turn order and swap party members mid-battle, letting you use each character's unique abilities strategically. dramatically. The sphere grid system replaces traditional leveling. You move characters along connected paths to learn new abilities and stats, allowing for incredible customization. X-2 continues Yuna's story as she searches for Titus while exploring a completely different Spira that's embracing change and technology.
Hey, eyes on me!
Final Fantasy XII takes place in the kingdom of Dalmasca, where young Vaughn gets caught up in a rebellion against the occupying Arcadian Empire, alongside Sky Pirate Balthier and the rightful Princess Ashe. The story is a political epic about war, resistance, and the price of freedom, featuring some of the most mature storytelling in the series. The combat system is revolutionary. Battles happen in real time, but you can program AI behaviors called gambits to automate your party members' actions, creating a seamless blend of strategy and action. The license board system lets you unlock new abilities and equipment for each character, and you can choose between different board layouts that change how characters develop. Exploration is incredible, with massive open areas filled with optional hunts, rare monsters, and hidden treasures that reward thorough exploration. Dragon Quest XI's follows the Luminary, a young man who discovers he's the legendary hero destined to save the world from an ancient evil called the Dark One. The story starts as a classic good versus evil tale, but evolves into something much deeper, exploring themes of destiny, sacrifice, and what it truly means to be a hero. The turn-based combat is polished perfection, with pet powers that let characters team up for devastating combination attacks, and a flexible difficulty system that lets you add restrictions like stronger enemies or no running from battle. Each party member has unique weapon skills and abilities that unlock as you progress, giving you tons of options for building your perfect team. The world is absolutely massive, with stunning environments that range from cozy villages to epic dungeons, all filled with secrets and side quests that tell meaningful stories.
You can do it!
Octopath Traveler 2 perfects the formula of the original with 8 new travelers, each with compelling personal stories that interweave in surprising ways. From Oswald the Scholar seeking revenge for his family's murder to Partitio the Merchant trying to end poverty, each character feels fully realized with motivations you can understand and support. The boost and break system returns, but refined. You save up boost points to power up attacks while trying to break enemy defenses for massive damage windows. Path actions are improved, with each character having day and night versions of their abilities, like Tomeno's being able to guide NPCs during the day but coerce them at night. The HD 2D art style is even more gorgeous than before, with incredible lighting effects and detailed environments that look like living paintings.
It's my turn.
What's our plan of attack?
Persona 5 Royal is the ultimate JRPG experience that perfectly blends supernatural mystery with high school life simulation. You play as Joker, a transfer student who gains the power to enter people's distorted desires in the metaverse, where you steal the corrupt hearts of adults who abuse their power. The story tackles serious themes like corruption, abuse, and social justice, while maintaining hope and friendship at its core. Combat is stylish turn-based battles where you exploit enemy weaknesses to gain extra turns, and collecting personas gives you hundreds of different abilities and strategies to master. The social simulation is incredible. You'll attend school, work part-time jobs, hang out with friends, and build relationships that directly improve your combat abilities.
It's immune to curse. It's a powerful enemy. Let's go. Finish it quickly with curse attacks.
Vishnu! Ravage them!
And there you have it, the top 35 JRPGs on Nintendo Switch that represent the absolute pinnacle of the genre. From classic adventures to modern masterpieces, these games show why JRPGs continue to be some of the most emotionally powerful and mechanically deep experiences in gaming. Which of these incredible games is your favorite? Have you played them all, or is there one you're excited to try next? Let me know in the comments below. Smash that like button and subscribe to Switch Top for more Nintendo Switch content. Until next time!